Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just a little over 2 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to have many different twists and turns, as well as revelations, that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga, that's going to really evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren from start to finish of this movie. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that JJ is trying to make this the darkest Star Wars film there is out of the entire Skywalker saga, in order to fulfill the very end and the conclusion of the saga that began in 1977. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, a description of a sequence based in the third act of the film, where it's explained that both Kylo Ren and Rey are said to be fighting on top of the second Death Star wreckage, where it's explained that as they clash their lightsabers together, it's said that the environment around them begins to change and morph to the Emperor's original throne room from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, where Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are seen fighting in the background. It's explained that during Rey and Kylo's flash fight, they are fighting in front of the iconic battle between father and son. One of the sequences is said to even involve a moment in which Kylo Ren and Rey are said to even take a good look at both Vader and Luke fighting in a state of confusion. The sequence is said to actually eventually progress to the very depths of the Death Star wreckage, where Kylo Ren eventually is said to be pushed by Rey, where Kylo has to find his way out. It's explained that this is where Kylo is said to fight a dark side vision of Rey with her double-bladed red lightsaber that Palpatine is initiating as a test for Kylo Ren before he makes his way back up to the top of the Death Star wreckage. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the thing about this particular scene is that this is, of course, JJ adding in a new medium to the franchise that we have never seen before on the big screen that I think is really going to evolve Star Wars and by taking it in a different direction. Now, with that being said, The Rise of Skywalker really is going to be a movie with many different force powers, many different challenges for Rey and Kylo Ren that they're going to go through, all these different obstacles that's going to evolve them as characters from start to finish. And that's a big deal, right? We do know that this film is going to be a big challenge for these characters, and it's going to serve as a way to evolve them, right? Now, this particular scenario, they're actually said to be using a flash fight technique where both Rey and Kylo Ren clash their sabers together, and as that actually happens, they're actually now in the middle of the lightsaber duel between Darth Vader and Luke from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. This also matches up with previous leaks that we went over a couple of months ago about how they reworked a scene from Episode 6 in the Emperor's throne room. And it does make a lot of sense now because they are on top of the Death Star 2 wreckage. And that could very well explain as to why they're able to experience that particular moment in time many decades ago. So, the other piece that I do want to go over that I think a lot of fans are really going to enjoy is, of course, the moment in which Kylo Ren is said to face a vision of Dark Rey. Now, Dark Rey is not just going to be one little simple vision in this movie. It's actually said that she has multiple visions in The Rise of Skywalker that's going to be used in front of Rey and Kylo Ren at certain points in time in this movie. So, once Kylo Ren is inside the depths of the Death Star wreckage, he's actually said to confront the Dark Rey vision and fights against her double-bladed red lightsaber. Now, what do I make about all of this? Well, I think that this is JJ's way of giving us at least a chance to see what it would be like for a dark side user like Kylo Ren to fight another dark side user that's actually in the form of Rey. However, at the same exact time, it's not an authentic lightsaber duel. It's just a mirror vision that Kylo Ren is going through, and it's actually a test that's being initiated by Palpatine from afar over in the unknown regions. And that to me is very impressive because it shows us how powerful Palpatine really is and what he's trying to do, to Kylo Ren as a way to change him and in order to really make him more powerful in the process. So with that being said, this particular scenario also is said to be very dark, and JJ is really trying to make this movie the darkest that it can be in the Skywalker saga, which I think that's always, a big possibility. It's going to be a very hard task to complete, in my opinion. I feel like that you can't really top Revenge of the Sith, but that all depends on how, everything's going to be executed on the big screen and how fans are going to react to it all. Now, the last piece that I just want to go over here is, of course, where they're both actually said to be fighting on top of the second Death Star, where this is all said to take place during a moment where there's a large thunderstorm taking place in the background, a lot of lightning strikes, a lot of things are happening with Rey and Kylo Ren that's actually going to add dramatic effect for the characters of Rey and Kylo as they fight their way both on top of the wreckage and inside of the wreckage. So, anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.